We are gearing up for something that all the little kiddos and some adults are really excited about. We're just a few days away from Halloween night, but the Halloween parties are well underway. So let's be honest, Halloween is all about going over the top, and not just for those spooky decorations, but also for the treats. And joining us this afternoon is Chef Tori from Bombshell Treat Bar in Berkeley, who knows all about going over the top when it comes to treats. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So listen, Halloween is just the beginning of what a lot of people consider the holiday season. So they want to go all out and have a good time with their costumes and the treats. But before we get into all of that, talk to us about the Halloween menu that Bombshell Treat Bar is offering until Halloween.
Yeah, so we have a few specialty bar options, and we have a range of things that kids will like up to adults. That is our graveyard dirt cake. So it's like kind of your traditional dirt cake, but a little spooky. We have our Beetlejuice bar. We do kind of a Beetlejuice sorbet with black raspberry dip. We have our Helado de los Muertos bar, which is a brown butter ice cream and a pumpkin dip. We have our strawberry slasher, which is a little bit spicy strawberry and chipotle in white chocolate with some strawberry drizzle. We have a black chocolate soft serve we're offering, and then our Halloween cake, which we're going to decorate here today.
Okay, I can't wait to get to that. So what is everyone's favorite? What's the most popular every year?
It's really a toss-up. Last year was kind of our Witch's Brew bar, which our Beetlejuice bar kind of emulates a little bit, but
It just
I
kind of
think
depends on people's taste, I would imagine.
yeah.
Yeah. And also, I mean, like, I think that it's hard to pick between having a whole cake and the little individual treats for people, right? So I guess it depends on what kind of party you're going to have and the guests that you're expecting to receive. But you're going to decorate a cake for us today, right now. So tell us how you're decorating it and maybe how we can recreate this at home.
Yeah, so we do ice cream cakes here in the shop. So this is a cookies and cream cake with a cookies and cream ice cream and a little chocolate fudge. We wrap that in whipped cream, and then right now I'm doing a little of our dark chocolate drizzle along the outsides as a drip, and then a little more on top. And then everything here at Bombshell gets some glitter. So this is kind of just a black glitter for the holiday. And then we're going to pipe some whipped cream on top.
Very nice. So where do you get your inspo from for your Halloween desserts?
Yeah, so I think for a lot of the staff here, we really love Halloween and, spooky movies, all the decorations. We're all just really big fans of fall in general, and so kind of feel like Halloween is the start of the fall season. So we like, obviously, to go for the visual effect, which is kind of fun. If you think of ice cream more as like in a bowl or in a cup or a cone, but we really like to take our bars and get kind of a fun design with them. Mm-hmm. So for Halloween, we're often inspired by like movies. So we did kind of like a Hocus Pocus last year, The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Sure, lots of different options.
Thriller, slasher theme, and then our Helado de los Muertos bar.
So now tell us what you're doing now, because I saw you put a couple of things that look like cookies on there. Talk us through what you're decorating with.
Decorates, just some fun characters, and then we also really love sprinkles here at Bombshell. And one of my favorite things to do is come up with really fun sprinkle blends. So, of course, we have one for Halloween with bats and pumpkins.
Very nice.
And
Listen,
then
everyone loves sprinkles. Everyone
and then
loves sprinkles.
wrapped with a little more glitter.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, here is my toxic trait. I watch you do it, and I think it's going to be so easy. I could do the same thing. But for people who may be
What's my
thinking,
topic?
okay, but for people who may be thinking about making their own spooky cupcakes at home for their Halloween party, what advice would you give people like me?
Yeah, so everything that you see that makes this cake really cute, you can go out and buy in a store on your own. All of these little icing decorates, like if you go on Amazon or even to the store, I'm sure you could find something similar. And that's just a really easy, quick way to just make something look a little extra.
Make it a little extra special. But now that's like an ice cream on the inside, right? So if we wanted to make that at home, how long would I need to let that set before I could actually go in there and start doing all of the decorations?
Yeah, so it really depends on your freezer temperature, but we like to set all of our cakes and bars overnight. So be safe, I would say at least overnight.
At least overnight. Okay, so let's say we get one of your beautiful cakes. How long is it really safe to like leave it out for?
So again, it kind of depends on your freezer temperature. If you have a really deep freezer that's going to hold longer out in the room temperature, but I would say, you have a good half hour before maybe things start really melting. So
Okay, good to know. Good to know, because sometimes you might get a little comfortable and it's starting to sit out a little long, so we want to avoid missing out on any of that. But talk to us about why Halloween is the perfect time to get creative and lean into those really interesting and complex flavors and designs that you were talking about, because some of those are not your everyday average flavors that you were describing earlier.
yeah, I think fall especially has some really great nostalgic flavors. You think of pumpkin spice or apple cider and warm spices. So I think it's just something that brings back a lot of memories from childhood. And so it's really fun, I think, for fall, just really distinct nostalgic flavors.
Yeah, definitely a lot of nostalgic flavors. And we really feel like right around this time, right before Halloween, and after that, that's when we really turn the corner and we feel like, okay, it's definitely fall. It's definitely the holiday season. But now I have a personal question. Do you guys kind of cater to different dietary needs? Because I'm gluten-free, so I could still get something from you guys and just avoid gluten?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in store, we have a lot of great accommodations. If bars are built to order, so you can just avoid gluten that way. We are always willing to make your bar in the back with fresh ingredients, so you can be sure that there's no cross contamination. And we do have a lot of dairy-free options for our dairy-free folks. Is in the form of ice cream and chocolates. And even our cakes, we do offer like a dairy-free, gluten-free cake, which is very popular.
Awesome. So a little something for everyone. Now, please remind everyone where Bombshell Treat Bar is located.
Yeah, we're in Berkley on Coolidge Highway in between 12 Mile and Catalpa. And you can also find us at Ford Field in section 104, I believe.
Okay. And how can people follow you on social media?
Yeah, so we're at Bombshell Treat Bar on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those great things.
Okay. And we'll all try to not be overly ambitious and try to make a cake like you. Try to keep it simple. But thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We appreciate it.